Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right, week number 13 into our standings. Would anybody like to go first this week? Tim got his hand raised. Tim, go ahead.
So, I will go 1 to 3.
Okay.
We're gonna lead off with my number one spot. The newly christened NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Io Shirai and Zoe Stark beating the way. Regardless of whether or not Tegan Nox had anything to do with it, it's still impressive. Title wins still matter, and good for Zoe Stark and Io Shirai as well. Number 2, the aforementioned from our last segment, Young Bucks picking up a hard-earned victory over Eddie Kingston and Penta Esero M. In the street fight at, was it Road Rager?
Correct.
I think that's what it was called.
Road Rager.
My number 3 is, it is the salute to the independents, and there's actually an independent star, at least worthy of being talked about, at least in my eyes for now. Did you know that there's an independent wrestling promotion known as ICW, and they are a deathmatch promotion? And in that, there is a championship called the American Deathmatch Championship. And the holder of that title defended their title 3 times in 2 days. John Wayne Murdoch successfully defended his title over the 4th of July weekend, the 3rd and the 4th. 3 times, 2 days. That's a lot of death, folks. And so the Duke of Hardcore picking up my 3rd place option for this week.
Is that really his nickname?
John Wayne Murdoch, the Duke of Hardcore. Yes.
Love it.
Duke. That'd be a great. Somebody ought to cover that.
Somebody should do that.
Hardcore.
Anybody want to go next?
I could go next, I suppose.
Okay, go ahead.
Tim, I'm curious. When you said you're going to go 1 to 3, did you say 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3?
I went.
You went.
I went 1, 2, 3, but by getting from 1, 2, 3, you have to go 1, 2, 3.
Appreciate that
My head
clarification.
hurts now.
I will go
was
3,
math.
2, 1 by going 3, 2, 1. And with, I guess, without Mark here, I'll try to add a little bit of Markism so everybody can play along with that. So my number 3 was Io Shirai and Zoe Deschanel. They are the new NXT Tag Team Women's Champions of the Ladies Division. My number 2 is Chris Jericho. I loved his promo that he cut. I loved everything about that segment with him and MJF. I'm not sure there's many on the stick better than Chris Jericho, and that's going to be highlighted, I think, with their welcome back to the road in front of different live audiences every night. Chris Jericho can always play to a different crowd. The guy is an absolute performer. So he did a great promo. What was it? Stranger Danger, Road Rager, or something like that.
Road Rager.
Last night on the AEW. And then my number 1 would be Mariachi Black and his debut on AEW. Again, the 30-day. It's a great surprise. So for AEW to be able to hide a surprise like Tommy End, who the commentary knew who Tommy End was, but also knew who Malachi Black was, and made a I guess never really informed JR that it would be Malachi Black because he only called him Tommy End. But I feel like Excalibur did a really good job saying, like, that is Tommy Yen, but that's not the man who stands here today. So a little bit curious if you've not watched Tommy Yen's promo, but if you've watched the Instagram videos, it fills in a lot of the gaps for you. So Malachi Mariachi Black, my number one wrestler of the week.
Somebody just retweeted that GIF of when was that Ricky Morton went through the top and middle rope against X-Pac back in the day, or some random jobber that looked like he was part of the Rock and Roll Express when they leaped through and just went straight to the floor. Do you guys have any idea what I'm talking about?
Can you retweet it from our site, and then I will take a look at it?
Yeah, our let's see. I'm retweeting it right now. It has been
This is the at 3 Count Thursday, which is where everybody should be following.
It is, and it's from the 90s WWE account, and it is still one of the most goddamn.
That is Chris Hambrick.
Okay, but it is just one of the most goddamn funny things in the entire world, because I think he went. I assume he went to like springboard off the middle rope.
Nope. I feel like he's done that spot a couple times.
That is his spot.
Oh, he just does that?
Yeah. So what X-Pac kicks him, and he goes flying through.
Well,
that looks like Barry Hardy.
It cracks me up.
What a great!
Oh my god, I'm seeing it now.
It cracks me up every time.
Oh my god!
what a
Ooh, that's a tough spot. That's a flat back on those blue pads.
What a maneuver!
If y'all want to see another crazy bump, go back and watch the 2000 Royal Rumble. Kai and Tai. The through line is Kai and Tai keeps running in on the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
And the last time they come in, Taka Michinoku gets sent for like a 450 over the top rope and face plants on the floor.
Ooh, right on the face.
It's awesome.
Ooh, okay.
Because they show it like 5 times on.
Yeah, they sure did.
All right. Matt, EJ, either you guys want to go next? You want me to go next?
Dude, this thing is sick. I guess I'm watching it.
I'll go next. Next.
Sorry.
It's okay. No. It's totally fine. I'll go next with my 3. I'll start at number 3, Malachi Black making his debut in AEW. Surprise debut that nobody saw coming. Like everybody said, it's hard to make surprises in wrestling anymore right now. My number 2 is Kevin Owens qualifying for Money in the Bank in a great last man standing match on SmackDown last Friday night. Him and Sami Zayn. I mean, those guys have had a million matches together, and somehow they still make them interesting.
Never gets old, too.
So yeah, well done by Kevin Owens. My number 1 new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Io Shirai and Zoe Stark. So yeah, I mean, you had the return of Tegan Knox. I almost kind of put it at number 2 because of the distraction finish, but I think the title changing hands deserves a number 1 spot there.
Matt, watching this shit. I can't stop watching it.
Matt or EJ, who wants to go next?
I'll go. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go 2-3-1 here.
Perfect.
So, my number 2 spot, we had Io and Zoe, big title win. Always have to reward the titles when you're making your top 3s, which is why my number 1, which I will get to later, it's also a title match. 3rd is the Malachi Black debut. I thought it was fantastic. Never going to complain about seeing Cody take a shot. And number 1 match of the night, in my opinion, on AEW was the Young Bucks. I can see people having an issue with it. It was a little over the top, but I think you need to see that when you have those street fight type of matches, and I think it delivered in that aspect. So that was my number 1. Plus, it's a title match. Plus, I know Jim hates the Young Bucks, so I really wanted to get them on the list this week. Get them some points. Get them to the top.
I will say this: it was a really, really fun main event. It was really well done. Yeah,
Matt, you're not a Cody guy,
right, Ryan?
Matt, you're not a Cody guy.
Not necessarily lately. I really enjoyed him in WWE, and I enjoyed him at the start of AEW, but at this point, it's just kind of a bit too much.
A bit. Yeah, we'll call it a bit too much. EJ, you're a 3.
I'll close it out here. I'm gonna go Thrace Deuce Uno. Okay, number 3. I'm gonna give them 3 spot to MSK. That match with them and Thatcher versus Thatcher and Ciampa was a fucking banger. Loved it. Number 2, Adam Cole Bebe. Part 2 of him and Kyle O'Reilly. You know,
Cool cow.
That's right. Yeah, that was. I mean, the rubber match obviously is probably going to come at some point, right? I mean, I don't know how soon, maybe, but that was a great match, man. Maybe Adam Cole really is the greatest NXT superstar role. I don't know. I'm buying into that shit now. I'm Adam Cole. I get made fun of on my show for this shit, but I'm a big Adam Cole guy. And boom, here you go. So, and number 1,
Ryan,
of course,
Twitter.
I mean, we burned this out already, though, but number 1, Malachi Black, Aleister Black, Tommy Yan, you name who the fuck his name is, husband of Zelina Vega. I mean, again, he just had to be there to see the reaction, which is sick. I mean, the crowd, and it was so authentic. That's the thing. We don't see, you don't see surprises like that anymore. So when you get those, you really take them in and really appreciate them. So that's my 3.
Tim, did we count Marks this week, or does he not count because he's not on the air?
He's not here. He's an intern. He doesn't count.
Damn.
Love it.
He lost his name last week. He lost his voter privileges today.
Damn.
I'll say, Tim, where does that leave us for the week, and where does that leave us for the year?
First place points, 14 points going to the team of Io Shirai and Zoe Stark. They are our wrestlers of the week. In second is the former Aleister Black, the former Tommy End, the current Malachi Black. At third, it's Nick and Matt, the Young Bucks.
Thing sucks.
And in a 3-way tie for fourth, each receiving 1 point towards the year-end totals, is Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, and Adam Cole. Baby. And for the year, a new contender has snuck their way into the top 5. Roman Reigns still has a stranglehold on the top spot, staying the head of the table. The end-all, be-all, the ooh-ah man, Mr. Ooh-ah-ah himself, 34 points. Kenny Omega second. Killer Karrion Kross is tied for third with Bianca Belair. And at fifth, Jungle Boy has a lady friend in Zoe Stark.
Wow.
No,
in the top 5.
Nice.
I feel like Mark has consistently put Zoe in his top 3.
Yeah. I guess you could say she's the new girl.
Ooh,
good.
I like that.
Mute him.
Good.
Sorry.
God.
I feel kind of
I'll
shocked.
mute myself.
Way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.